right. You're listening to Moments with MJ here on BBC on the Ram, and today I'm speaking with the lovely Rossy Sanchez here at Yellow Woman AN Ranch, Yellow Woman Ranch here in Borrego Springs. So, first off, this gorgeous place. How did it start?
How in the world?
How in the world did you came out to the desert and built such a beautiful location?
Well, I don't think I built the beautiful. The location was already here, and it's magical, and it'll be here forever. I'm just. I like to think of it as curating it.
Oh, I
I'm
like
just.
that.
I don't think that you can own nature, so I'm just curating it.
I like that. That's nice.
Yeah.
And how long has it been here in Borrego Springs?
We've been here for 4 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've done a lot in 4 years.
We've done a lot in 4 years. This used to be a horse ranch.
Because
And
there's
it's,
stables right over to the side
that's
of us,
right.
which is really lovely.
Yep.
And tons of space. How many acres is this
4.5.
ranch? 4.5. That's a good amount.
Yep.
It seems larger than that. It seems like
We have
huge.
the front, which is sizable, probably about an acre, and then
It extends and extends and extends.
yeah.
Beautiful. So was this something that you always wanted to do, was to create a place? Tell me about Yellow Woman Ranch. What is it about? How did you get the name, for one?
The name that I get asked that all the time.
You can ask it one more time by
One more
me.
time, and now it'll be clarified for everyone, once and for all. There's art glass on the side of the house of the property. There was a very talented artist who owned this property before, and there is this woman, and I have a picture. And she is in art class. And so it's this woman with very yellow hair, with her arms up in the air, and just gives me a sense of freedom and joy and just self-confidence.
Vibrancy,
And,
too.
yeah, absolutely. And I looked at it, and it resonated with me. And I thought, it's like I used to have long curly hair and walk around doing this. And and so, we just named it Yellow Woman because, it's my color. My energy is yellow. I love yellow. And, it's just a happy color. And, yeah.
And
So
are you the sole owner of this location of Yellow Woman Ranch? Is it all yours? Or
officially, yeah. My partner, he's a huge contributor. So
That's good.
Yeah, it's
But you're usually here like almost 24/7,
pretty much
365. Always making sure everything's in check. I love it. And so, Rossy, how did you decide that this was something you wanted to do? I mean, because you got the name from what's on the side of the house, and you came out and just said, "Oh, I want to open up a place to have other people have meetings or parties or events."
Oh, not at all.
None of that.
None of that.
So what did you think?
I was looking for a relatively small home with some property. And then I found this. It's like, what do I want with a horse ranch? But I fell in love with it. I got a very clear signal that I was supposed to be here. And so it was obvious, by the way, that everything just flowed through, just the process of purchasing it. And then once we were here, I've had this dream for many, many years when my son was still a baby, of building this community of women where I was a single mom. And so it was like, oh man, if I just had a community of women where we could all help each other with whatever needed to happen to move forward, that would be awesome. So that always stayed in the back of my mind. Now, this has not evolved into that. It's, you don't see a commune here, but it is a sanctuary, I like to call it, a safe space, kind of a third place for women to come, commune with nature, commune with each other, just meet and learn and be creative and hang out.
So what are some of the events that happen here at the Yellow Room Ranch? You talked about they're able to come together as a group and commune and spend time together, but do they tell us about what happens here? What type of things?
We've I'll tell you later about how the whole thing started, but currently we're focused on holistic wellness. So we bring together a lot of different practitioners, different modalities, and whether it's energy work or sound healing or
yoga, right?
yoga,
yoga here.
and now we just introduced biofield tuning. We have this amazing massage therapist who does Tui Na, which is Chinese medicine massage. Nothing like you've ever experienced before. And so, and I do something which is kind of unique. I wanted to teach meditation, but I thought if people are not into meditation, they won't want to do meditation.
Correct.
So I thought, well, why not have something where women come together, we chat a little bit, we have some coffee, some tea, and then I normally introduce a topic, and then we go into meditation afterwards. So it's more of a just the women that come on a regular, just like this is they need to come because it kind of fills a lot of different aspects for them. I can talk about what's bothering me. I can share something that I just learned about. I can ask some questions, and then I can learn something, about mindfulness, about meditation, about, spirituality, about, whatever.
Excellent.
Growth, self-awareness.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I love all the things that you're saying because it's sometimes so hard to find a spot where we can just have some downtime, quiet time where we're able to just get in touch with ourselves again, because we're so busy with all the different figurative hats that we're putting on and doing different things and taking care of this, and this, that a lot of times women get lost. We lose bits of ourselves because we're not taking care of ourselves properly. Not that we don't want to, but we just forget, or that we get too busy and other things take precedent before that. So having a location like this for women to be able to come to for different events that you establish yourself, you set these things up yourself, then they're able to come here and just go, okay, I get to be around other women and have that quiet time and connect with them. And sometimes they might even make some friends that way too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And I also, the idea is to eventually create this beautiful desert forest, and for anyone to the community to come sit, under a tree. We have a meditation circle in the back. We have different areas where you can just, like somebody said the other day, just grab a tree and sit under it, and yeah, because I mean, look at the view, right? I mean, it's
stunning.
Just stunning. And so it's that kind of place.
And then at night it must be amazing with all the stars. Yeah. That is one of the great parts about being in Borrego Springs or any of these communities that are way out here without all that.
The dark skies.
All that extra light from the city. We don't have that. So you do see a million stars, it feels like. And it makes you feel so small, but it also makes you go, wow, it's just so beautiful at the same time. So that's something that people would be able to experience. But you're mainly focusing on women then coming here, or have we crossed to opening up to men coming too?
We have men come in here all the time.
But it's probably not as common though, is it?
No, and for holistic wellness, it's going to be women who are looking, usually are the ones, the
typically, yes, that's true.
Yeah, that are willing to search and research other, types of healing and get away from the status quo. So, but I mean, I don't turn anyone down for healing. I mean, if we offer something, it's offered to both men and women. Our social events are open to both. So there are actually very few events that are women only. Mine, that Coffee, Tea, and Me, that's right now, it's probably one of the only ones that we have. And that's because of what you mentioned, right? We want that space just for us women.
We got to have
chit chat.
We've got to have some space. We really do need that little some little bit of paradise, just to be able to, because there's some things, honestly, that it's harder to talk about if a male is present.
Exactly.
With other women, it changes completely. And it's not in an insult or anything like that. It's just saying that some things are going to be easier for women to talk about in front of other women, because other women are going to get it. If you talk about female things, a man's not going to understand PMS or any of that, or menopause. They're not going to understand that. That's a level of empathy that's just hard to really put that in there. And if you're tuning in right now, you're listening to Moments with MJ, and I've been calling you Rossy. Have you been saying your name wrong all the time?
Rossy.
It is Rossy. Okay, because I was like, oh my goodness, have I been saying her name wrong all these years? Because I know her, people. And I was like, she would have corrected me, I'm pretty sure, because you're pretty good about making sure that I don't say something wrong. But you're listening to Moments with MJ, and we are at the Yellow Woman Ranch here in Borrego Springs. It is a lovely early evening. There's a wonderful breeze. The sun has set, so it's nice and cool. You're right. It dropped a good 15 degrees from earlier today. And it's gorgeous out. And she's just telling us about the things that happen here and her vision, her idea. And like you've been listening, if you've been listening to any of my shows, whether it be the wineries or my Moments with MJ, every single person I've spoken with is passionate about what they're doing. They have a heart for not just themselves, but for the community. You're taking that and then you're spreading it out to help others. And that is a big thing, because that's not common. Not very many people do it. They don't. Because we get caught up here in our heads. And I think sometimes we really do need to try to lead with our hearts. It might not be the best to be our heart on our sleeve necessarily, but with our heart, because then we're going to have that compassion for others too. And having a place where women can get together, men can get together, whomever, and just have that quiet time in nature. Because like you said, find a tree. Bring a book, sit, read quietly. So that idea is amazing. And you've done a lot in this space to convert everything, to change it around. And it's beautiful. It's really, really beautiful. So you told me about why it started and when it started and how long it's been going on. But what's your background? Is your background in anything holistic, or what did you do before this? And what was...
No, for most of my life, I was an advertising marketing copywriter.
And there you go.
So that was different. Very different, very different. But having said that,
yes,
going back, ever since I was a kid, I was always searching for what made me tick, what made other people tick. I was always into psychology and the intuitive arts and just always searching. So it's no surprise that I'm ending up here doing this. I don't have that. I didn't follow the path of holistic wellness,
but it was something that was just natural for you.
Exactly. So I always I always steered through, I stayed away from traditional medicine if I could, and just, there are other ways of feeling good, of, doing life, of, healing.
Yes. Because sometimes the cure is just like all the side effects alone. I get prescriptions. I have prescription for my allergies and things like that, but some other medicines, I've had such severe allergic reactions to that I can't take them because they will kill me. So if I can find something that's holistic, that will do similar things to my body and help me and not cause me all of those side effects or almost kill me, that's a wonderful thing. So I get it. It totally makes sense. It totally makes sense. Because I will check it out and be like, what are the side effects to this? Okay. Is there most regular medical doctors are not going to give you something holistic. They're not going to say, well, there's these herbs you can take or these vitamins you can take. Some do. Some are a little bit more progressive right now.
And we've had doctors here prescribe Tai Chi, for flexibility and balance. And,
it is fabulous for that.
So they're few
and far between. I have a couple every now and then. Sometimes I get some good doctors and they're like, have you heard of this? Like just recently, I went to the doctor for my my forearm. And she said, "Did you know that you could take turmeric and honey, mix it into a paste, and put it on your arm?" And I went, "I'm in a medical doctor's office, and she just suggested that." And I said, "Thank you."
Yep.
Making that note, because it was nice to have someone not say, "Okay, let's prescribe you all of this medicine for this one little space."
Yep.
But give me some other options, like you said, holistically, things that would be more beneficial to my body without causing a lot of harm. And I love that idea. So once again, if you're listening to Moments with MJ right now, I'm speaking to the lovely Rossy Sanchez here in Borrego Springs at her place, Yellow Woman Ranch. And it's gorgeous. It's a wonderful night. And she's been telling us about all the wonderful things you and me. I'm speaking to the listeners. That's who she's talking to. She's telling me all these wonderful things about it. So let's say that if I wanted to have a private event, is that something that's possible?
Yes, in fact, this is one of the things that we do.
Okay.
We rent the space, and it could be for, a birthday party, it could be for a wedding.
I can see a wedding happening here for sure.
Yeah.
It's
we
really
definitely
pretty
have the space.
Yes.
And yeah, the background for sure. Just corporate event,
Okay.
conference meeting. I mean,
so
parties.
that is an option.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so if I want to do that, do I just call you up?
Yeah, you can call me up, email me, and let me know what.
We're going to include her information. She'll give us. You want to tell us?
Yeah, it's Rossy, Rossy, at yellowwomanranch.com.
Okay.
And the number is 760-399-7159.
And when she's on the air and you're hearing this, that information is going to be shared. It'll also be shared beforehand, so you can get a head start on it and be ready to contact her if you have anything that's going to be coming up. Yeah. It would be good to get in on it, because if you are familiar with trying to get places for any big events, you've got to plan ahead.
Yeah.
Don't wait to the last moment.
Especially here with the season.
Yes.
I mean, there's,
you got to do it when the season's like prime. Exactly. But my next question was about doing events here. So people can contact you for doing that. Do you have a website that they can go to and see pictures of?
Oh, yellowwomanranch.com.
Okay, so there you go, everyone. Yellowwomanranch.com also will be included. That's also where you can see pictures of the place and see what I am seeing today. It is really beautiful. That will give you a better idea of what vastness it is. Other people could be here and I probably wouldn't even hear them because it's so well spaced out. I love it. That's what makes it really nice, is to be able to come to a place like this and just enjoy the space, enjoy the beauty, enjoy the time.
Yeah, when we have wellness fairs, we have practitioners lined up all over, and yeah, everyone is doing their own little thing, and
that's fantastic. Yeah. See, that's a great idea too. So pay attention. You can follow her. You probably have a Facebook page. Yes.
Facebook, Instagram,
and Instagram, as well as the website, so that you would be able to find out about when things are going to be coming up. So you're in the know. So if that's something you can plan a trip to come out to Borrego Springs and stay and be part of it and enjoy this space firsthand. That's hugely important. So speaking of events, what's been your most favorite event to date?
Favorite event. Being a Gemini and liking variety the way I do, I'm going to have to say probably our launch event, our grand opening. And that was because we had a little bit of everything. We had live entertainment. We had a beautiful workshop, Desert Scents, with Christina from Desert Lovers, Holly Hutton, who's an herbalist. They came together and did this beautiful workshop. I did a little meditation to, open the day.
Nice.
I had a friend surprise me from Miami, show up. I had no idea she was coming. So that was a great surprise. We had special appearance by a naturopathic physician that we work with. And she sat here and answered questions on nutrition and fitness. We ended the day by, we had great food and drinks, etc. And then we ended the night actually with Valerie Penners doing a beautiful sound bath. So if I remember, if I look back, that it was
That's
very
the one
complete.
that captured your memory the most. Especially with a friend surprising you. That's really sweet.
Oh my God, yeah.
I love it. So, where do you see Yellow Woman Ranch going in the future?
It's always evolving and changing, and right now we're in the midst of kind of restructuring a little bit because it's hard for one person to kind of do it all. So what I want to focus on for this new season is in experiences. So that's, again, bringing all these practitioners together, bundling depending on, what somebody wants or needs. Let's say it's a couple, or maybe it's a work group, or we just had 8 ladies that have a book club come, and they were our first experience. And so you pick and choose, or we can help you choose, and we plan whether it's a few hours or a few days or whatever it is. We'll plan the experience.
So if a person is not entirely sure of how they want to do things, you're there to help.
Right. So depending on what it is that if they're having special, maybe health issues, and we can bring different people together.
That's fantastic.
We can do workouts, we can do yoga, we can bring the naturopathic physician. We have a pelvis specialist who's amazing, especially with women's health, sexual health, etc., digestive health, and then just the other types of practitioners, like I mentioned before. You have sound healing and Reiki and
lots
massage.
Of wonderful options then.
Yeah.
So there is no limit, it sounds like, to being able to figure out what a person needs.
And
if they're not sure.
Tarot reading and psychic reading, and
you have a little bit of everything.
Yeah, everything it's all connected, right? It's all connected.
So if another woman wanted to do this, to make a place like this where she lives in a different state, she's doing her own thing, what words of wisdom would you have for her?
I think that the most important thing is your why. Why are you doing this? Because your what can change, just like my what changed. I started this with the idea of doing my self-love workshops, and it's sort of evolved to where I really haven't done that. I did a couple at the beginning, and it was successful. So I said, okay, we'll go. We're moving on. We're doing this. And then since then, I've been focused on getting other practitioners and other type of holistic wellness services. But the why is still there. The why is still that of service. And, yeah. So it's really important.
They shouldn't just say, oh, that sounds like a great idea, I'm going to do that, if their heart's not truly into doing that.
Oh my God, I'm a creative and I'm a Gemini, like I said. I have so many ideas, but yeah, it really has to hit home.
You gotta
yeah, and then you have to not have any doubt. You have to know that this is it. I think that's hugely important, because the universe will help you. Just, you can't introduce doubt. The other thing that's really important is to show up constantly. You show up, which is something, again, having so many ideas. It was like one day I would think of doing this, and the next day it was like, it didn't pan out. After 2 days, I'll do something else. And it's like, no, you keep showing up. You keep showing up. You keep, people
give it a little bit longer than 2 days.
Exactly. People rely on you, and you never know, especially here, who's going to show up and when.
That's true.
So it's a good thing I've embraced uncertainty now for many years, because this Borrego is like that. You just never know. So you show up and you wait.
Love it. And if you're just now tuning in, I am here at Yellow Woman Ranch in Borrego Springs. I'm speaking to the lovely Rossy here at her place, and it's a beautiful night. Temperatures dropped from being very warm during the day to very comfortable. And she's just telling us about all the wonderful things they do here and all the options. And if you're not sure, she's bound to be able to find someone that will be what you're looking for. You could say, okay, well, you know what? I've been having this, and this going on with my body, but I also have this. Is there someone that you could suggest to talk to? she can set that up, which is pretty fabulous, because you're helping make a connection for someone that is like, well, I don't want to do traditional medicine. Is there someone else? Do you know of anyone? Okay, I know, like, probably how many massage therapists do you know?
Well, it's not that I know that many. We have one that is just super special, and you can read the feedback. I mean, he's just amazing, and he's healing people that have had chronic pain for
That's
years.
important.
He's healing people that have been told you need surgery.
Yeah.
So because he does structural body work, so you're not getting a massage where you're relaxing your muscles. You're actually realigning your body towards, it goes into
Where it's supposed to be.
homeostasis.
Where it's supposed to
Exactly.
be.
And so things start to all of a sudden come together again, and you start to feel good, and you go, oh, I didn't need that surgery. I didn't know. So I'm not saying that it's going to work for everyone. I'm just saying
There's options.
yeah, especially with this kind of Tuina Chinese medicine massage, it is far beyond anything that that you could try. It really, I mean, the reason he's here is because 3 days before we launched, I had a head-on collision, and I still went on with the launch. Everything was great. Oh yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. 2 weeks later, I kind of, I felt like my body was a Picasso painting. And so I went to see him, and
I'm just imagining
after
you as a
Picasso painting,
My goodness, how?
I swear, 90 minutes after, I walked out just like singing.
Wow.
It was like, this is incredible, because everything just was, the body had trauma. There was all the stress,
yes,
and he just knew, what to do. And so it's, very, very special.
And there you go. So she's going to be able to redirect you, to help you out. And then you can decide for yourself. It's not like she's going to say, this is what you need to do. You can talk to the person. They can tell you, they can do a consultation or whatever else they would normally do, just like anything else, because I've gone and had holistic healing. I've had special types of massage. I've done, you name it. I've had almost everything except for acupuncture, because I'm just not a fan of anyone coming at me with needles like that. And even though they're tiny, tiny, tiny needles, I'm like, no, that's okay. It's a hard pass. But acupressure, I've done that too. And it's amazing. You wouldn't think that something that seems so simple would do so much to your body, but it would be amazing what would happen afterwards. It would take a while to kick in, but oh my goodness, because for me, it was like, okay, I feel it. And then a few days later, it would never fail that I'd be like, okay, all of this has changed. And I'd call them up. Okay, so this, and this happened. Yeah, you're right on track. I said, okay. And then it's almost like your body cleanses everything out. And then you feel so refreshed. Like, oh my goodness, I could take on the world after something like that. So I love that feeling of, I feel that way quicker with holistic than I do with traditional Western medicine, because it's like, okay, well now I have all these, like I said, side effects. And I really am not a fan of the side effects. But I like being able to say, okay, well, if I go and I get acupressure and they're doing this, and then I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't move. But that's only temporary, because they work it out a little bit more. And next thing you know, you're like, oh, that is 1,000 times better. And now this part is better too. Because like you said, it's all connected. So it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I mean, our bodies know what to do.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, thank God, breathing doesn't depend on us, right? So our bodies know what to do. What happens is we feed it, not just with food, but with stress, with emotional issues, with, all kinds of things.
What we take in.
And then the body just, is in turmoil. And then it doesn't take necessarily a pill or something. It just takes recognition of what's happening and where it's located, because that's just it. I may contain anger or whatever in a certain part of my body, and then start having effects. And you may do it somewhere else, and then and you can get cancer, you can get all kinds of diseases because that's how they start. You're feeding, and
I don't know how
so
many medical doctors have told me that your mental state when you go into surgeries is hugely important. If you go in there like, oh, I'm not going to make it, I'm going to have all these problems, you're just setting yourself up. You've got to switch that mindset to something that's going to be beneficial instead of tearing yourself down. But it's true. I carried stress in my head and ignored it and ignored it and ignored it and ignored it. Headache after headache. And then it traveled. Stomach. Then I was having stomach pains. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. Then I was having pelvic pains, and then I was going through all these exams, going to specialists, like, what's wrong, until I figured out what the stress point was. And then poof.
Yep.
It was really just that click. It was so fast. So I believe it 100% because I've lived it. I've felt it happen in my body. And so I try to be a lot more aware and go, wait, you've had a headache for 3 days. What are you doing that's giving you that headache? What are you not doing for yourself? So a place like this, encouraging that type of behavior is wonderful. We need to be encouraged because a lot of times we forget. And we need a reminder. So here at Yellow Woman Ranch is a good place for that to happen. And once again, this is Moments with MJ. I'm speaking to Rossy Sanchez here at Yellow Woman Ranch. Beautiful night. Everything is wonderful. And she's just helping to hopefully open your minds a little bit to the idea that there's other things that you can do that would be helpful to your body. There's places that you can go. And she's got a place right here in Borrego Springs. It's not far. So if you live in Borrego Springs, you probably already know where it is. If not, you're going to find out because I'll give you all the information. Don't even fret. But as we continue on, what are some lessons, important things that you have learned in this journey of creating this space, this beautiful space here?
Well, I've learned a lot about running a business because I freelanced for many years, but that's very different than actually owning something. So I've also learned that you got to trust other people with the things that are not your strength and stick to what you do best. So finding that support is key. Aside from that, well, I've learned a lot about building things and pruning and hoeing and what happens in the desert. I learned a lot about the plants and just really got in touch with nature here. And I think that's the best gift for me is, just my relationship with this place. I never had a green thumb, and now everything here seems to thrive. I mean,
Definitely.
Some things are native and they will thrive regardless, but other things we've brought in and just take care of, and I talk to them all the time, and so.
I don't know a plant person that doesn't talk to their plants.
Exactly.
I talk to my plants. They have names because if I'm going to have a conversation, they need to have a name.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, I love it. So is there anything that you would like our listeners to know about you and Yellow Woman Ranch? Anything we haven't touched on?
Yeah, well, I think going back to, I mentioned earlier, what really started this whole thing before I moved to Borrego, I used to have these online programs on neuroscience and mindfulness. And so once I moved here, I thought, oh, let me try to do a workshop. So I called it a self-love workshop, which included self-awareness, self-compassion, and sense of purpose. And so it was a full day. And I did a couple of those. They were very well received. And that's when I decided to move on, do the rest of the business. And like I said, that has kind of taken a back seat because now I'm kind of trying to offer all these other services. But eventually I'll get back to that. It's just, it's just some of the most memorable, I think, moments for me throughout these few years that we've had here happened during those workshops. Because when you can have somebody, when somebody has a breakthrough by just something that you said, or a practice that you just taught them, and they were able to shed, just deep emotional pain you know, and or change perspective or understand, oh, this is how it really works, you know, and I've been doing this and I don't have to do this. And I don't have to worry about that other person. You know, it's all on me here. And so things like that, you know, just um, that just brings me really great joy and you know, it's so rewarding. So I mean, I'm talking now from a practitioner perspective, you know, because I work with all the others and I see what they do and the benefits that they provide. But that's really my focus, and eventually I'll get back to that, and I love it. But for now, we have a couple of new things for next season. Cherie Bianco is going to be doing some women's circles every month. So fire circle, fire ceremonies.
Ooh.
Very cool. Yeah, the way she explains it is.
Will there be screaming?
Of course.
Okay then.
Nobody will hear you. It's okay.
Might need to sign up for that.
So it's shedding what no longer serves you and welcoming what does. Something else that I, as a caregiver, I think you know, I caregive for my mother, and I know what that's like. Yeah. And so I want to I want to do something for caregivers, whether it's once a month, an hour, 2 hours, do something fun. Just do something where we're focused, where we're either playing games or having a treatment or, meditating or, whatever it is, something, doing a little hike. I mean, whatever it is, taking us away from that responsibility that we have that is so draining at times, and just having some me time.
That's important.
Yeah.
And if you're tuning in, you're listening to Moments with MJ here on BVCR The Ram. I'm in lovely Borrego Springs with the lovely Rossy Sanchez at her gorgeous ranch, Yellow Woman Ranch. And Rossy, can you tell me anything about, you're going to be doing a project for women about photojournalism?
Oh, that's actually what I think kick-started the whole thing in terms of action. I started this photojournalism project called 3+ Things. 3+ Things I love about myself, because I noticed that as I went around taking photos of people, if I asked the man, "Can I take your picture?" I'd either get a yes or a no.
Right.
Simple. A woman would either pose, and then it's like, okay, there goes the shot that I just saw, and then or they give me all these excuses why they weren't photo worthy. Oh no, I mean, I have to lose 50 pounds. I need a neck job. Oh, my eyes. Oh, my hair, my makeup. It's like, Jesus Christ, you were perfect, beautiful.
Guilty.
A minute ago.
How many times have I done that to you? Like, I'm like, Rossy, I need to put some lips on.
And it's like, stop it if I'm asking. So I don't ask anymore. It's like
you just take my picture.
I take a picture.
And the pictures are always great when you do it too. So it's always like, wait, but I didn't have lips on. You look beautiful, Monica. Look at the picture. And I look at the picture and I'm like, oh, that's really a good picture of me.
So, I mean, that kind of started the whole thing. I came back from doing a photo workshop in New Mexico and started this project, and just trying to get women to make a list of 3 or more things that they love about themselves. And then with that list, we talk venue, because it's what's your happy place. We do the whole wardrobe thing. And then I'd go off and get in their faces and take their pictures, trying to call those loves that they have about themselves. But the most important thing about the whole project is making that list, because people say, "Yeah, I love myself," and then we say, "So what do you love?"
And it's when you write it down, then you can.
Yeah, exactly. You really have to own it.
They probably go over the number too.
No.
They're like
amazing
more and more
women,
and more and
women that I know wouldn't even give me one or
Really?
two. And it's like, are you kidding me? I can make a list of 10 just by knowing you.
Wow.
And it's like, yeah,
Interesting.
I don't care how high on the food chain they are. They could be CEOs, CIOs. No, they will not take a photo unless they're absolutely perfect and buttoned up and the whole bit. And it's like, just be you. What's underneath all of that? Right? Who's the real person? Show me the real person, and so that's what kind of started the whole thing. but it was hard getting women to do it. So that's when I started the self-love workshops, to get them to do the photo shoot. You know, the photo shoot was free. I mean, I didn't even charge for that. But it was like, okay, if you now have self-compassion, if you're more aware of yourself,
then they feel
if you
better
can,
about
if you have a
having the
path,
picture.
then now you can start your list. You know,
Fascinating.
so
That's deep, Rossy. That's very deep. I love it. She's getting all philosophical. I appreciate that. No, because I like that type of stuff. So I'm really into just trying to be aware, because I fail at doing that a lot. And I have to check myself. I'm like, oh, Monica, you should be better to yourself about this, and you should be kinder. It's harder for me to be kind to myself. I can be kind to like everyone else.
That's what the whole section on self-compassion
and
is
there we
about.
go. Yes, I know, but I can be really, really tough on me. Like, standards that I wouldn't expect for anyone else. But apparently I need to have all these high standards that I set up for myself. But
very typical.
Oh my goodness. So anything else that you want to share, Rossy?
Let's see. I went through how we started.
Yes, you did.
And what's coming this season with the experiences and the rental. And I do want to put it out to the community that if anyone wants to do a workshop or start a class or something, we could talk about renting the space.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be very reasonable. They can just do their thing, their hours. We can. It's
That's
just something that I wanted to open it up, because I want to focus on other things, but want to make sure that we keep having, and not just, it doesn't always have to be about wellness. I mean, we do social events. We do creative events. We used to have sip and paints, and we've done photo workshops and plein air workshops. And I mean,
fantastic. So
cooking, you want to teach cooking?
She knows my background, people.
You want to teach how to sew? There you go. Yeah.
So this has been great. I've been here with Rossy Sanchez, who has this lovely place, Yellow Woman Ranch, here in Borrego Springs. And this has been another episode of Moments with MJ here on BBC on the Ram. And I want to thank you, Rossy, for taking time to spend with me.
Thank you for asking me to do this. I really, really appreciate it.
Oh, well,
it's been great.
You've been on my list. No. So from me to all of you out there, listeners, have a good rest of your day. Enjoy your life and take some time for yourself. Right?
Absolutely.
What would you say, Rossy? What else should they do?
Just do what feels good.
As long as it's not illegal, right?
There's a saying, exactly. There's a saying in Spanish, and I'm going to translate it. Life is too short to dance with ugly people.
Say it in Spanish, though. Say it in Spanish, because you know it's going to sound
Bye.